Hola clase, esta noche vamos a hablar de gustar y otros verbos similares. You may think that gustar means to like, but it actually means to please. So when you're saying that you like basketball, what you're really saying is, basketball pleases me. Me gusta el basketball, or el basketball me gusta. Gustar can be conjugated just like any verb, in the preterite, the future, conditional, but today we're only going to focus on the present. Also, we're only focusing on the third person singular and plural, which is the el and the ellos form, so gusta and gustan. We use singular gusta when we are talking about a verb. For example, I like to play piano. Me gusta tocar el piano. They like to study Spanish. Les gusta estudiar español. So it doesn't matter how many people like the verb. All that matters is the verb itself is going to be conjugated with just plain gusta. So, por ejemplo, yo tengo, nos gusta entrenarnos. We like to train, like for a sport, por ejemplo. Notice that with entrenarse, I have to have my reflexive pronoun be nos in order to match we like to train ourselves. We also use gusta with a singular noun. Por ejemplo, no me gusta el helado. I don't like ice cream. Okay? You have to make sure you use the article. Also, the order in which you put these words can be swapped. You can have el helado no me gusta, which would be helado doesn't please me. Ice cream doesn't please me, just like no me gusta el helado. Helado doesn't please me. Gustan is used with a plural noun only. Te gustan las clases is different, obviously, than te gusta la clase. So again, we only use the ellos form of gustar with a plural noun. Just as a little reminder, we use the indirect object pronouns with gustar. Me, te, le, nos, os, les. Now, if you want to clarify or emphasize, you use the preposition a. When I say clarify or emphasize, instead of saying le gusta la película, we don't know who we're talking about. He likes the movie, she likes the movie, you as in usted like the movie. So who are we talking about? We want to say Pablo likes the movie. I would say a Pablo le gusta la película. Aquí tengo el ejemplo, a Luis le gustan los documentales. Luis likes documentaries. ¿No te gusta el español? A mí me encanta el español. This is an example of emphasizing. That's saying, you don't like Spanish? I love Spanish. A mí me encanta el español. That little a mí adds that little extra emphasis. There are only two irregular pronouns. You wouldn't say a yo me gusta. You say a mí me gusta. You won't say a tú te gusta. You would say a ti te gusta. All the other pronouns are normal. A él le gusta. A ella. A nosotros. A vosotros. A ellos, ellas, and ustedes les gusta. So you keep all the same pronouns except for yo and tú become me and ti. Now there are a bunch of verbs that are very similar to gustar, but we're only going to focus on 6 of them. Encantar means to love. Por ejemplo, me encantan las tortugas. I love turtles, por ejemplo. Fascinar, to be fascinated. Importar, to mind or to matter. Interesar, to be interested. Molestar, to bother. Parecer, to seem. All of these verbs follow that gustar pattern, where you have a if you're using a name, you have your indirect object pronoun. You're going to conjugate these verbs in either the el or the ellos form, followed by your verb or your singular or plural noun. Aquí tenemos ejemplos. A Jorge le encanta jugar al béisbol. Jorge loves to play baseball. I have a verb here, which is why I'm going to conjugate encantar, singular, third person singular. I have a because I have a name here, Jorge. So I have to say, to whom does baseball please? Or whom really loves to play baseball? Okay? For número dos, this one's a little bit trickier. A María y mí nos interesa la clase. We have a few things happening in this one. You've got la clase, which is a singular noun. Therefore, interesar is going to be conjugated in the third person singular. I want to say María and I are interested in the class. So that's nosotros, which is why I have nos right there. I also have my a because of the fact that I'm specifying who is interested in the class. And again, guys, you can't use yo with a. That's why I have me right there. A María y mí, not a María y yo. And the last one. Los libros me parecen aburridos. So here, the order is a little bit switched than what we've been doing. I've got my gustar-like verb, parecer, conjugated in the ellos form because los libros are plural. Los libros me parecen aburridos. Okay, the books seem boring to me. I have aburridos because that's an adjective. It has to match your noun, which are los libros, masculine and singular. Parecen is in the ellos form because, again, it's conjugating for los libros. And who do they seem boring to? They seem boring to me, which is why I have me. You can also say me parecen aburridos los libros. Again, you're switching up the order, but it still makes sense. Okay, clase, hasta mañana.